You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt. Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Let's stop acting like we don't see how this game is played. If you tired of folks throwing shade with a smile and keeping you boxed in with that slick behind-the-scenes racism, it's time to upgrade your survival skills. See, Phillip Scott dropped more than just knowledge. He handed you a playbook with passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy. This ain't the in-your-face kind. This is that sneaky, office space, let me block your blessings type of racism that'll have you questioning your own reality. It's time to call it what it is and arm yourself with the facts. But baby, don't stop at just peeping the system. Break those mental chains too. That's why you need 7 steps to decolonize the mind. This is about freeing yourself up top, walking in confidence, and letting the world know your mind is not for rent, lease, or layaway. It's time to reclaim your power step by step. So don't just watch, take action. Click over to Amazon.com, type in passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy and 7 steps to decolonize the mind, and secure both books for yourself, your crew, and anybody ready for that mental liberation. La Sherika said it, now go do it. Invest in your freedom. Pick up both books today on Amazon.com. Trust me, your mind will thank you.
I don't spend my money at the club. Everything I want is provided for me.
Biggest misconception about you? Nothing. It's all true. It's all true. It's all true. If you hear something, believe it. You want to get married now? Do you feel like you're that? No. It is by choice. It's by choice.
Who inspires me? Me. Yes. Me. Yeah. They inspire me, those people you mentioned.
I date mostly like married men, because I don't have that type of time for you. Oh, yeah. And you are married, you don't have that type of time for me.
What do you think it is that the wives are not doing?
I love this question.
They're not really being loved properly. When you stay with someone for so long and you feel like, oh, I don't really have to do much. Don't ever be comfortable around a human being. They can switch.
His wife, one day I just see my 11 o'clock from there. She's like, my husband can't control himself, and you as a woman, you can't. I said, Mama, you can't even speak English. Like, I can't even understand. Like,
yeah, I can even speak English because of that's why.
yes.
I don't even speak English. I wouldn't say it was a sugar daddy or a blaster. But I had a thing with someone that was giving me a lot of money.
Every day he was sending me money for lunch.
Every day is when you go to work?
Exactly.
Shout out to the slave queens who are getting their thing without having to sell a thing,
Yeah.
Trust me, you can get whatever you want, once you put your mind to it.
Watch Slay Queen only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
What if I told you there's a news platform made just for us? Unfiltered, unapologetic, telling our stories from Africa and the diaspora. Diaspora News Channel app keeps you informed and empowered from wherever you are at any time. Don't just watch, join the movement. Download the app now and stay connected to the news that matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure those of you at least on YouTube for now, make sure you go ahead on and subscribe to the channel. And those of you on the app right now, I think I see Michael down there on the app. I see you. Now, what we're going to do tonight, we're going to do some of the stream tonight here on YouTube, and then we're going to cut off and get into some of the more harder hitting videos I want to show y'all that I got to show y'all tonight that can't be shown here on this platform. And also on the app, I'm going to show y'all we just got the new intro for Slay Queen Nigeria. I want to show y'all that, and y'all tell me what y'all think about that, but that'll be on the app. So I'll let y'all know when we're switching over to the app. We'll end it here, and then we'll just continue on the app. All right, so I don't want to take much of your time. Just Ghana trip, as you know, is coming up. We only have 10 spots left. Only 10 spots left, ladies and gentlemen. Only 10 spots left. Jump on it right now. Get your spot for the Ghana trip. It's $199 down, and you can pay payments on that. And so secure it so you can go with us. Like I said, I don't know how quick that's going to go, but there's only 10 spots left, ladies and gentlemen. Also, like I said, to join us on the rest of the stream tonight, you have to be on the African Diaspora News Channel app. If you're already there, shout out to you. I see some of y'all already there right now. But let's go ahead on and get into it, because I don't want to take much of your time, because we got an ending time that we have to do here on YouTube so we can continue. So let's get to it. All right. So, you know, a lot of people been telling the FBAs that you need to, y'all just need to unify. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. This delineation stuff is so divisive, and I don't know, this isn't right. Everybody's been getting on the FBAs about just coming together, unity coming together, right? Okay, cool, no problem. Well, let's go to Ghana. Ghana has a problem right now, and they've been having a major problem. And I kind of briefly touched on this a little bit. And it's not just Ghana. Now, I'm going to get into South Africa, but I'm going to do that on the app, okay? But because that's a video that went viral over there that, it would lead right into this topic. So in Ghana, as I touched last night, they have a guy called himself the Igbo King, been living there for 30 years, married to a Ghanaian woman, got some land, talking about he going to make some things for Nigerians. And Nigerians, was all excited about that. They, from what they were hearing, they immigrated there, been kind of making comments about the Ghanaians, all of that. So the Ghanaians want their behind out. They want them to go back to their homeland, go do what you got to do over there. Now, I want to play just some clips of two Ghanaians speaking on this issue, but then I have some questions to ask, because we always told to come together and be in unity, but why nobody else is told to come together and be in unity? Let's go ahead and cue this up, and let's go ahead and check this out.
And if you are objective enough, you will concur with these facts, ladies and gentlemen. But a large percentage of the people of this country have chosen a pathway that cannot be encouraged, whether in Ghana, in South Africa, or in any part of the world. And this is what they have done. Ladies and gentlemen, they have given up on the fight to fix their own country and resorted to looking for what they couldn't achieve or cannot achieve in their own country, in other people's countries. And ladies and gentlemen, this shouldn't have been a problem, because every other African country actually does it, except that they are looking for this success by any means necessary and in the shortest possible time. This is the canker that plagues majority of young Nigerian immigrants anywhere they go. Shockingly, ladies and gentlemen, they are of the view that people outside of their country are not as driven and aggressive towards becoming successful as they are, not knowing that it is those same tendencies that's made their country the mess it is in.
Now, I'm going to continue with this brother. Now, you hear what he's saying, okay? He's saying, look, they came over to Ghana. They didn't just done some things they had no business in Ghana, right? And he's mostly talking about the males, because I'm seeing from what I'm seeing, the males is the one that's causing a lot of the issues. Or I don't really hear women too much, but it's the men. Okay, I'm not saying all, but I'm just saying some of them are causing issues and problems. Now, when FBA say, hey, people need to go back to their homeland and fix their issues in their homeland, what are we told? We're told we're being xenophobic. We're sounding white supremacists. We're sounding this, that, and the third. Oh, you hate immigrants. But this brother just say, hey, you need to go back to your homeland, fix that over there. If you want to be aggressive, do it over there in your homeland. Don't do it over here in Ghana. I can't say nothing about that. If somebody lets you into their house, you need to be nice. You need to follow the rules. Whatever. I won't go to Ghana being disrespectful. I'm not going to talk down on Ghanaian people if they let me in the door. I'm going to come with respect. I was raised that way by my FBA family in the South. You always speak, you be nice, you be respectful. If you don't have nothing nice to say, you shut up. If you think you can't be around people, go somewhere else. Right? That's the way I was raised. So any country that I've ever been to, I've always came there with humility and respect, because that's the way most of us FBAs were raised, okay? So this man say, you coming over here, you need to go back to your homeland, all right? But he's not being called, people that speak in that way are not being called xenophobic, not saying they need to unify, but FBAs are being told this. Now what he's saying, if they doing all the things that he's talking about, I mean, I can't say nothing about that. That's his homeland. Ghana is his homeland. Let's go ahead and continue.
Many of them are therefore driven into all sorts of illegal enterprises anywhere they settle. Getting rich by all means necessary in the shortest possible time. This is what Nigeria is being known for now. Who doesn't want this? But is that acceptable? It has gotten to the point that they don't care how a person makes their money, so long as the person makes their money. But you and I know that that's not how it's understood in other places. Nigeria, your people are running from your country as though the entire country is at war. Both men and women, young and old, to every other country. You have now become Africa's most emigrated country, meaning you have the largest number of people living abroad compared to any other African countries. This was true 20 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, and same today, and the number isn't slowing down because the factors that causes this is still expanding. Your social media content creators who indulge in politics are either doing it with comedy to trivialize the repercussions of their words, or are doing it outside of your country for fear of their lives. Almost every well-meaning person who speaks truth to issues in Nigeria lives outside of Nigeria. Fear and terror have hijacked your country at every front. There is no non-politician fighting for the change that can bring a difference in your country anymore. Almost every relevant voice in your country is either silenced or paid at this point. Therefore, the fight other countries have to put in to attain the peace you see and desire is what you have denied and declined. It doesn't work like this, Nigeria. Nigeria, instead of trying to make yourselves relevant in other countries, instead of trying to insert yourselves into the social fabric of other countries by all means necessary, how about this? How about you go back home and build your country? You have a country that could use a lot of the smart people. How be it, ladies and gentlemen, that the ones who claim to be smart are leaving or have left the country, ladies and gentlemen. Who have they left behind? How will you build your country like this? You have abandoned your country to politicians and cabals whose interest is similar, actually, to yours. And here is my explanation to that. Similar to yours in the sense that these politicians and cabals have conquered the country and now enjoy the monopoly of their powers and will hold on to it by any means necessary as long as they can. And that same spirit, ladies and gentlemen, is what most young Nigerians carry around to other countries. Are you any different, if I may ask? You want to dominate and entrench your dominion by all means necessary in the country you've moved to for as long as you can, just like your politicians and your cabals. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the chaos in your country, and the same chaos is being exported to other African countries and to most parts of the world.
All right. So now, Is that xenophobia, what he just said? Is that meaning he hates people? Why isn't he being told to unify, to put all issues aside to unify? When FBAs point out disrespect, because he's also pointing out a lot of disrespect. He said they come over to Ghana being disrespectful, and then he's saying, well, look, and then so the reports are some of them are feeling arrogant toward Ghanaians, and so they're saying, well, look, if you feel kind of arrogant, you think you better, or whatever the case may be, take your happy self to your homeland and go do it over there, and then that way show us what's up, brother. But when we say the same thing, when people be disrespectful, only when they're disrespectful, not all Nigerians are disrespectful in Ghana. That's not true. But he's talking about the ones that are, okay? Just like here, not all immigrants are disrespectful here, but the ones that are. When we say, hey, bro, we good. You need to go over there with your homeland and handle that. We're going to just delineate also while we're here. We've been called every other name. So it seems like FBAs are the only people that's told to unify, to not say anything, to not do whatever. But in the African continent, they quick to tell you go back to your homeland. I told y'all that. I told y'all they don't play that in the African continent. You go over there doing something, they will ride down on you. They'll tear down your business. They'll do whatever. They'll put hands on you. You know what I'm saying? To get you up on out of that country. FBAs haven't put a hand on nobody. Once again, we're talking online. Right? We're writing comments. We're not doing nothing more than that. We're delineated. We're minding our business. Why is it that the people in Ghana and anybody else who don't want Nigerians around, especially the Nigerian men, why no one is told to unify, to put the unity as we all black? Why they wasn't told that, hey, y'all all black. Y'all should be getting along. Y'all all black. Where's the all black talk? That's only come to us as FBAs. Have you noticed that? Now, there's a Ghanaian woman that was kind of hot too, even though she immigrated somewhere else, I think the UK. But I want you to listen to what she has to say, because she ain't pleased either.
Nigerians, let's talk. I think you guys collectively need to come together and realize that you are the common denominator. As in, all these countries that are coming together to ban you, to get rid of you, to not want you in their country, we are not all going mad. You guys need to finally accept that you are the toxic that we are all trying to get away from. And I understand that it sounds like I am generalizing right now. And I'm really not. Unfortunately, the bad apples are doing too much that we cannot see the good apples anymore. We cannot see the good ones anymore because the bad ones are just so many. And so now it is either the good ones are holding the bad ones accountable for completely ruining your integrity and your name, or you guys just stay in your countries. Bear in mind that we have all traveled to find greener pastures elsewhere. I am Ghanaian, but I'm not in Ghana right now. But guess what I do? I obey the rules, the laws, and the regulations in the land that I am in. And that is what most people do. I am not saying that there are no bad Ghanaians out there, but it seems to be Nigerians who are making Africa become this highlighted toxicity that nobody wants to deal with. You have now been banned from Dubai, America, South Africa, and Ghanaians are now trying to get rid of you guys. You cannot go into somebody else's land and try to assert your dominance through arrogance. Just because you're the loudest in the room doesn't mean that you are right. Even when a Nigerian is making a video complimenting Ghana, there is still an insult in there. Small Ghana, come and see how their currency holds so much value. Small Ghana, come and see how you can go outside without feeling any threat of being kidnapped. Small Ghana, come and see how there is electricity anywhere. Even in your compliments, it is still rooted in insults and arrogance and disrespect. You want to look down on everybody else around you, and I seriously don't know who accredited you with the certification of Giants of Africa, but it has really gone into a lot of your heads.
All right, so that's a Ghanaian woman, and she's not too happy either. Now, where's all that unity talk that's being told? Where's that we all black? Why are you separating yourself? Hey, y'all in the motherland, right? So y'all really should be getting along, right? I know good and well it's not like that. Everybody's in their own country. Everybody's in their own culture. If you come over there being disrespectful, it's going to be a problem. But they're not told anything, only us. So even if we just delineate, we're beat down on, we have to sit up here and take everybody's disrespect. We have to deal with everybody. And if we say, hey, we're not going to deal with that no more, respect is, hey, we got to respect each other, then we're wrong. We're being white people now, right? Because we demanding respect. We're being white people. Well, by that logic, that means the Ghanaians are being white too. And then that's very stupid to say that somebody's being white. So in your silly mind with this white validation that you have, a white superiority, you feel that the only people that should be respected is white people. And if black people, FBA in particular, say, hey, we demand respect, we're mimicking white people. That says a lot about you, really. Don't say a lot about us. So we're supposed to just sit up here and just let everybody walk over us and everybody get up on our case. We shouldn't defend our culture. We shouldn't defend our heritage. We shouldn't do anything. And like I said, I'm with the Ghanaians. I'm with them. That's the thing. I'm with them because if you coming over and being disrespectful, then you need to go back to your homeland. I don't care where you go, right? South Africa has an issue big time with people coming over. And there's a lot of stories about Nigerians in South Africa too. I see some people saying that kidnappings are happening in Ghana, and they're blaming Nigerians. I'm just saying what people are saying. They're talking about drugs. They're talking about prostitution, human trafficking. They're talking about all these different things that's coming along. South Africa is saying the same thing. So, but my issue is nobody's telling South Africans to unify. Nobody's telling South Africans about Pan-Africanism. If anybody should have Pan-Africanism, it should be Africans, right? Not what we do here in America, but them, because they actually on the African continent. But I want y'all to pay attention to that. So when they bring this stuff to you about unity and we all black, then say, doggone it. Well, you go tell Ghana that, you go tell South Africa that, you go tell Kenya that, you go tell all them other countries that we all black. Go tell Rwanda that. Go tell them all that we all black. Rwanda and the Congo been going back and forth. Tell them y'all black. Stop doing that. You need to come together in the unity. Nobody over there you want to hear nothing about no, we all black. So in your homeland, in your home continent, they don't want to hear nothing about being black. Then why in the world you bringing it to us? Because we the only group that really, well, us and black South Africans. I'm going to say that. They label themselves as black. Black Americans and black South Africans, y'all always just bringing that we all black stuff. Okay? So I just wanted to show y'all that, and I got some other videos I want to show y'all. Oh, I got one out of South Africa. That's really something. I'm going to show y'all, but that's going to be on the app. But I want to hear the explanation about this. I'm talking about those who are telling something to FBAs who could be immigrants. Where's the conversation for them? And this is the thing. Y'all know what's going on in the continent way more than a lot of black people do. Y'all know about the tribal beefs. Y'all know about what this one do and what that one do. And don't address it. You don't even say a word about it. We do not have anything that's happened to Black America like the Rwandan genocide. 1 million people killed because two ethnic groups are battling it out. We have never did that as FBAs. Never. Sure, we got problems with each other. Yeah, we may fight. Sometimes it's on some street business and some gunplay. But just, hey, we just slaughtering each other? No, we have not done that. I mean, the first time I watched the movie Hotel Rwanda, I was like, what? What are they doing? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, they all black. Why are they doing that to each other? But at the time, I didn't understand. They don't think like we all black. They say, no. He's different than me. He's a different tribe. He didn't look at we all black. And that's what really, the first time I saw Hotel Rwanda, that messed my mind up. I'm like, how can black people do that to each other? That doesn't make sense. Like, you're doing that to your brother. But that's how we were reared. Because in this country, black people had to stick together. As a survival mechanism, we didn't have the luxury of separating like that. Now, you say Nigeria is divided in 3 parts and they hate each other. Yes, I know that. And that was done by design, actually. When the white folks, the British, did that, they knew exactly where those people were at because those people actually own lands, right? So those 3, the Yoruba, the Igbo, and I think it's the Hausa or Hausa, Fulani, all them different people, they was kind of like in their own little areas. And when the white people did, they said, okay, they knew all of them had little beefs, but as long as they stayed in their little area, they was cool. White people put all of them together into one country and say, oh, nah, it's Nigeria. And yet you got these 3 people that never really got along too well. So that's why they really have a lot of problems in Nigeria, because of colonizer. Because when that land wasn't no Nigeria and everybody just kind of on the land, because the land was for everybody, right? It wasn't like until the white man came and talking about borders and buying property and fences and walls. That's the white man come up with that. Even Native Americans here, they didn't do that. This is my private property. No, they said the land is for everybody. The water's for everybody. Hey, okay, we on this side of the land. This is what we got. We using it. And then, okay, a lot of times we're going to move where the animals move. Okay, we got to eat. Or we're going to do this. We're going to do that. Most tribes are nomadic, even over here. Right? So it's when the white man came in, he did all that. So when you see them kind of lines that's put up, because ask yourself that question. On the African continent, why those borders look like that? Now, the problem is the white man can put the borders up, but they continued the borders under their rule. That's why Julius Malema was talking about a borderless Africa. That's why he was saying that. But in his country, they don't want to hear no talk about no borderless Africa. Not his country. No, Lord. That's why a lot of them don't vote for him, because they feel like he gonna let too many immigrants in. That's how a lot of them feel. They don't want immigrants. Now, they're not talking about a gang of FBAs, but my only issue with South Africa, and I'm going to keep saying that. Okay, cool. Be on the immigration thing. But y'all not in Cape Town over there stirring nothing up. And I'm going to keep saying that. There's a lot of illegal white people. I think they came out with a figure of 1 million illegal white people in South Africa. And I haven't seen Operation Dadula or none of them in Cape Town running them whites out, closing their businesses down. That's my only issue with them, is that until I see you at them white businesses, shutting them down, getting their happy self out of South Africa, then I'm gonna say, okay, all right, I can respect it. I can't respect if you're gonna just target the black ones, but not target the illegal whites. That's the only thing I'm saying with that. You said Thandis was, I think you're South African. Say, who will be paying for health care? Who paying for the white people health care? Because they're illegal too. They are illegal. You have white illegals in South Africa. And I'm just saying, I think Operation Dadula needs to go to Cape Town and clean house. Get all them, stop them white people and everywhere they go and say, hey, oh, you got paperwork? You legally here? Do the same thing you're doing in Johannesburg. I'm not telling you nothing. It's your land. I'm just saying get them too. Matter of fact, you should be getting them first, actually. You don't want to get the black. Get them. Get them. There's a lot of illegals over there taking jobs away from black South Africans. Listen, Cape Town, I've been there. It was kind of depressing. Because them folks really think they running things down there. And they want to be racist. They didn't do it to me, but I seen how they were with black South Africans and to our colored people. I seen it. I'm just saying Operation Dadula, go to Cape Town and regulate. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's it. That's it. Like I said, that's my only gripe about that. Okay? All right. And you say you understand that, and that's why I am saying all the illegals. Oh, okay. All right. I got you. So I want to see on Newsroom Africa, Operation Dadula and whoever else. What's her name? Victoria Africa. That's her page. I want to see y'all in Cape Town. I want to see them videos. I'll cover them myself. If I see y'all in Cape Town, right? Hey, checking them too. I promise you, I will cover it myself. And I'll give you a hand clap. I say, you know what? That should have been happening a long time ago. It's a lot of illegal white folk in Cape Town. A lot of them. Taking jobs, taking everything too. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right. So speaking of South Africa, glad we mentioned South Africa. I want to play a video from South Africa because this one lady is very serious about foreigners. But I'm not doing that here on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead on and play the rest of the stream on the app. So make sure to, if you're not on the app, subscribe to the app. Go over there and check it out. Make sure to check out LaSherica at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, AfroWire AI. So we're going to switch over to the app and get into the lady with South Africa that kind of went viral. But we check you out on